Hello, I'm Necar Zadegan. I'm here at the Laugh Factory tonight, watching Max Meany perform. He and I did a show together years back, and I was here to support him in the show tonight.
I understand you're an actress.
I am. I'm an actress.
Could you tell us about your educational background? You went to UC Santa Barbara, and then how did you become involved in acting?
Well, I had my first professional job when I was 16. I toured to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. They do a festival there in Scotland every year. And I continued to pursue acting. I did not study acting in university, although I studied English literature, which I felt was related very much, you know, reading Shakespeare and reading literature and reading good plays and reading good theater and being, acquainted with writers definitely supported my theatrical work.
Could you tell us about your experience being a minority as an Iranian in Hollywood? How has it been for you?
You know, I don't know if I can answer that question that appropriately because I obviously grew up here and I was not born in Iran, I was born in Germany.
What city?
I was born in Heidelberg. But anyway, but I am Iranian. We grew up very Iranian, and I relate very much to Iran. And I've been to Iran, and I'm treated as though I'm Iranian.
So wait a minute. You gave me an important fact.
Yes,
you were born in Germany.
That's a fact.
How long did you stay in Germany?
I only stayed in Germany for 2 years. My parents were Americans, but they were in Germany working. My father had some business there. And so after his business ended, we came right back to California. And although I was only 2 when I left, my German got very good because I worked on a show that toured to Germany. So I was able to practice it. And so my German is fairly good.
Du bist sehr hübsch. Bitteschön. Now, tell me again, we're going back to Hollywood. It's not easy for minorities to get roles. You just landed a big role in 24.
Yes.
Could you tell us about that?
Well, it's a beautiful role. It's I don't want to tell you too much about it because I don't want to ruin. You know, this is a show that we keep the suspense up on the show. And every episode that ends, it's like a very exciting event to find out what happens next. So I don't want to ruin it.
I really don't watch 24. I mean,
well, you should start in January
on the free channels. I'd rather watch channels I pay for, HBO
but
or
I'll tell you, I
Showtime.
play the first lady of a yet to undisclosed Middle Eastern country. My husband is played by Anil Kapoor, who is that fabulous actor from Slumdog Millionaire, and hundreds of other Bollywood movies which he's acted in and produced himself. But we play the visiting first couple of the foreign nation, and it's a beautiful role.
It's an important issue. It's stereotyping Middle Easterners. One scholar by the name of Edward Said is called New Orientalism. Shows like that often get criticized for doing that, making Middle Easterners, as stupid, as terrorists.
It is worthy of criticism to stereotype minorities, especially, you know, we have a responsibility as artists, I think, because we captivate and enlighten so many audiences, or we can. So I think we do have the responsibility as artists within the society to maintain a certain kind of integrity and things like that. But you know, it's not the first time. I mean, you know, you look at films at the turn, you know, in the beginning of the early days of cinema, with all the really serious Aunt Jemima roles that black people were portraying at the time, have really developed into roles today that are far from that. And perhaps this is a new time for Middle Eastern characters in the industry, and it's unfortunate that we may have to go through some of that too, but I personally have never played a role.
So you are happy with your role?
I have never played a role that was stereotyped that way. Nobody ever gave me a role like that. I probably would have taken it. Maybe I wouldn't have, I don't know. But I never was offered a role of that
How do you feel about Şöhret Ağdaşlu winning the Emmy?
You know, I was working and I didn't watch the Emmys, but as soon as Şöhret won the Emmy, my mom called me and said Şöhret won, which is special for us for many reasons. I worked with Şöhret's theater company. Şöhret is married to Şeng Etozi, together they owned a theater company called Workshop 79. I toured with their company all over the world, from Dubai to Sweden, on a show playing opposite Sheng and a wonderful Iranian actor you may know named Behrouz Usli, who I can't tell you how much I learned from when I was working with him.
Yeah.
And also Max Amini, who was in the show as well. We toured for 3 years, we toured that show. And I got to know Şöhret through that show. And although I didn't get a chance to work with her on that show, it would have been my pleasure, and it will be my pleasure should we ever have the pleasure of working together. I always knew I was going to be an actress, and because we're Persian, Şöhret was our actress.
Do you look up to her? Is she like an idol to you? She accepts all these controversial roles and succeeds.
Yeah, I think it's terrific. You know, we watched Şöhret as young children. My mom always thought she was very beautiful, wonderful, sensual voice, and we watched her grow through the years. So it's very special, and it's good for our history, and it's good for our people, and it's good for her. So therefore, it's good for us. It's good on many levels.
I agree. It's like somebody's scoring for Iran. It's like soccer.
Yeah, I saw her last night
goal,
at the
everyone's happy.
festival, and it's happening for her. I think it must feel very good for her. It must feel like a.
Who else do you look up to?
Oh, I look up to so many people.
Older generation.
Besides my mom and my dad, who I look up to the most. The
not
hardest.
heroes, people in the industry.
People in the industry, there's so many. You know, I love Jessica Lange.
Oh yeah, I met her.
She's terrific.
Wonderful.
She's terrific. I love Meryl Streep, of course. Marcia Gay Harden was nominated.
Pretty much know Behrouz Vossoughi and Şöhret and maybe Sheila Vossoughi.
Sheila Vossoughi was in the show with me. That's my very ish.
You were in that show?
Bad.
Playing the woman who answered the telephone? Who were you? Was the assistant? I watched that.
Well, I played Shayda. Do you remember Shayda?
Oh yeah, I remember.
blondes?
I photographed you.
Yes, I remember that. That's how I remember you.
Okay, so you were in Mahmare.
Satellite.
How did you like working with Hu Sheng and
I loved working with
Shayla
them. It would be my
Vossoughi?
pleasure to work with them again.
The problem with him is he's trying very hard to give people their money's worth. The show should be around 2 hours. He stretches it to 3 hours or 3.5 hours.
I don't know, August in Osage County is a show that's here in Los Angeles. It's here from Broadway. It's also a 3-hour show. I think it is not strange at all in theater for shows to carry on. Sometimes, theatrical audiences respond differently. Some people are more receptive to that. Some people are less receptive to that. I loved the show. And most of the people who came to see our show. Actually, everybody talked to me, said they loved it. What else could they say?
Okay.
But,
what's in the future for you? You've accomplished so much so far.
I don't know.
What are your goals for the future?
My goals for the show? Well, you know what? The series starts in January 24. Starts in January again, so you'll have to watch the new season. I have a film coming out. It's called Unthinkable. With a beautiful role in the movie. I'm working in that movie alongside Michael Sheen, who plays my husband, and Samuel Jackson, and the beautiful Carrie Ann, who's in our film also. It was wonderful to work with her. It's so rare to work with women in this industry. I think sometimes there's room for 1 or 2 women in a film, but sometimes only one, especially with these Middle Eastern roles. There's not room for many women at all, but I've been lucky to have shared screen time with some wonderful actresses, and she's definitely one of them. In April, I opened a show at the Mark Taper called The Bengal Tiger at the Baghdad Zoo. It's a terrific show. If you didn't get a chance to see it with Kirk Douglas, do come to the Mark Taper to see it. It's a beautiful theater. I can't say enough good things about it. Moises Kaufman directed, Kirk Douglas and Leon again direct at the Mark Taper, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Thank you so much for conducting an interview for us.
Thank you.
And I wish you the best.
Thank